everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mommy, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are on your momming journey, we are here for you. And this week, we've been talking all week long about handling kids' emotions. How many of you guys, myself is definitely a hand raiser here, have a kid who's been labeled as oversensitive, even like in a mean way, a crybaby, all of those things. And sometimes it does feel like there's nothing you can do, like every little thing sets things off and it brings on the waterworks. But regardless of whether your kid is oversensitive or if you just have a kid, kids are going to have strong emotions. Kids have powerful emotions, and we, as moms and dads, we don't want them to be experiencing these extreme feelings of sadness, frustration, anger. Of course, we want our kids to have a happy, happy life. And especially when we're watching little kids have big emotions, it feels really, really overwhelming and kind of like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So that's what this video is about. It's about what to do. But before I get to that, I want to ask you, why haven't you, if you haven't yet, why haven't you scheduled yourself for the Raising Great Kids parenting course that I am offering in just 2 weeks, you guys? It's a 4-week course series. The price point is so low. It's kind of ridiculous how much I'm giving you guys for how cheap I'm giving it to you. 4 weeks, we meet every Wednesday. You get recordings of the class. You get me live interacting with you, Q&A. If you are struggling with your kids' behavior and the energy and vibe in your home, I have no idea why you wouldn't sign up for this class. So I'm literally asking you, if you haven't signed up for this class, I want to know why, because I want to make it so that you can't say no. This class is so good, and if you know me, you know that I freaking love teaching classes. I love teaching. If you've taken my childbirth class, if you've watched any of my training videos, if you're a coaching client of mine, you know how dynamic and excited and engaged I get when I'm teaching to a group of people. I can't wait for this class, and I want it to be super huge. So book it now. I'm only taking 10 students. So you really have to get going because these slots are going to fill up fast. Now, let's talk about kids' emotions. I want to give you guys some tips for that feeling that we have of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. My kid is crying all the time or freaking out all the time, losing their temper all the time, all this stuff. My first tip for you is it's not about you. If you're a client of mine, you probably already heard me give you this lecture before. Your kids' emotions are just that. They're their emotions. And every human being on this earth gets and has the right to experience every range of emotion in the human experience, including our children. Of course, we want them to be happy and all that stuff, but guess what, you guys? It's not about us. These kids have to go through struggle, and when we get upset and we can't handle their emotions, we're making their experience and their childhood and their journey about us, and that's a disservice to them. So remember that these emotions are your kids' emotions, and it's okay that they're having really intense emotions. And the real feeling that we have when our kids are having these intense emotions and we feel like, I have to do something, is this is reflecting on me. If my kid's sad or my kid's unhappy or having extreme emotions, it's because I'm not doing my job as a parent. Once again, making it about ourselves. Or 2, I have to fix this. Wrong again, guys. We do not have to fix these things. That's not our jobs. And I bet that when our kids come to us with really, really strong emotions, I want you to do this experiment. The next time your kid comes in, they could be super angry, they could be tattling on someone, they could be saying that something happened at school that's not fair, they could be really sad because they hurt themselves, anything. 99% of the time, just being empathetic and giving a hug will solve it. They actually don't want us to solve their problems as much as we think they do. That's really just us putting that on ourselves. So that's my second tip to you. First tip, it's not about you. Second tip, just be there. Give them a hug, meet them with empathy, and remember that you're not the solver. That's not your job as a mom to solve your kids' problems. Our job as parents is to be a coach, be an accountability partner, be a resource while our children solve their own problems. So when our kids come to us with a problem, it's actually really nice and relieving to think, oh, right, it's not my problem, actually. I'm here. I love you so much. I can't wait to help you if you ask for help. But actually, this is not my problem. You're not the solver, okay? And that brings me to my last tip for you guys, which is Hand the problem back to your kid in a loving way. That's a classic Love and Logic line, and it's so true. When we want to be our kid's coach, when we want to be the accountability partner, you might be watching this video and thinking, oh, that's really easy for you to say, Ann. You're not the solver. Let your kids have their own problem. Does that mean wash my hands, not my problem, good luck to you? No, of course not. Just because you're not the solver doesn't mean you're nothing. You are a parent, and that means that you're really a coach to your kids. Just like I'm a coach to moms and I coach my clients, I don't give them all the answers. I'm here to help them. I'm a resource to them. That's what you are to your kids. So be a coach. What does that look like? It looks like making it very clear to both you and your child that the problem is theirs to solve. When they're upset, when they're having an intense emotion, when they're angry, when they're depressed, when they're saying horrible things about themselves. Kids do all of those things, those really extreme big things that we think kids are too little for. They've got it all, you guys. When that happens, the first thing we do is hand that problem back to our kids and say something like, wow, it sounds like you're really struggling right now. I love you so much, and if anyone can solve this problem, it's you. What do you think you're gonna do? And that is my last tip for you guys. When we're handing our problem back, but we wanna make it clear that we're not abandoning our child, just ask questions. It's so easy. Ask your child if they want your help. Ask your child if they want some ideas, and have a collaborative vibe with them when you're problem solving with them. And they could be for anything. But I would really encourage you to take these steps and implement them. You're going to see a huge change in your kids' emotions, because even though our kids' emotions are not our problem, that doesn't mean that we're not a factor in how big our kids' emotions are, how emotional they are, how reactive they are, how sensitive they are. Of course we're a factor in that, because we're a factor in everything that our kids are doing. I hope that's really helpful for you today. I kind of gave you a lot in this video, so I want to sum up. Number one, register for the class, you guys. You're crazy if you don't. I've never given away this much information for this cheap, so you're cuckoo's nest if you're passing up this opportunity. And I don't want to hear from you that it's because you can't make it to the live class, because they're all going to be recorded. Obviously, it's great to be live, but that's sum up number one. And when it comes to kids' emotions, let's talk about, what did I say? I said, first, meet your kid with empathy. Just give him a hug. It's not your problem to solve. Tip two, remember that. Hand the problem back in a loving way, and ask questions to be a problem solver with your kid and be a coach. I love you guys so much. I hope this week has been helpful for you with emotions. It's huge. So if you need help, if you want to reach out, either taking the class, get information about the class, or if you just want to talk to me and we can make a game plan and talk about what uniquely is going on for you, I'm here for you. You know that. Love you guys so much. Have an amazing week. Bye.